It's the National Football League on EA Sports as we get set for a Super Bowl 21 rematch. It's the Denver Broncos and the New York Giants coming up next.
Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And away we go from East Rutherford. Marvin Mims now to return it. Returns looking good so far. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's out to the 38. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Bo Nix entered this league as a grown-up. 61 college starts will do that for you. A ton of college experience, and Bo Nix is a facilitator. When he is at his best, that ball is in and out of his hands in an absolute hurry. If he were a point guard on a basketball team, he'd want to go up and down the court and get it out of his hands as quickly as he can. He's accurate, he's tough, he's experienced, and he's poised for this challenge of the NFL.
First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Nix. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. 16 yards on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down. To throw, here's Nix. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Hits him on the out route. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Intercepted in the end zone. Devon Holland comes up with it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
So the Giants out and getting set for their first drive. And leading them out, someone playing at a high level over a decade after entering the league. He's got a Super Bowl to his name. It's Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom, there wasn't a quarterback that won more games in the history of the league over the first 10 years. 9 times to the Pro Bowl as well. Put a supporting cast around him, give him a run game and a defense, and Russell Wilson still knows very well how to play this game.
Second and 3 now. Here's Tracy. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. It's a gain of 4. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Go ahead. Find me an offense that won't take that type of efficiency on every snap. Listen, it was good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
Going to the ground again on first. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap for Wilson. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Wilson now from the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. He's running for it.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. Takes it in at the 26. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the Broncos get set to take over. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Colson Adebo's got it. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
The Giants taking the field for their 2nd possession. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the gun, it's Wilson. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. Second down now, 7 to go. Russ now from the gun. He's on the move. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Third and short, he's taking the option right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
Any tackle for loss hurts, Kate, but they hurt that much more from a defensive back. Those guys typically are better in coverage, and you got to find a way to make a miss in the backfield.
Jamie Gillen on now to punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Oh, they are loving this one. It flies out of bounds, and it wasn't too far off the end zone. They're going to say it crossed at the 3. The Broncos offense all set to go. And, Brock, they are not off to a good start. 2 drives, 2 giveaways. I think they could call this a win if this drive just doesn't end in a turnover.
Yeah, there's got to be some voices of calm within this offense to play smart, not scared. Play smart and take care of the football, but you can't be scared to make a mistake, or typically one will follow.
They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Second and 6 coming up here. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up third and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing the run was coming, and boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
On third down, here's Nix. That's complete to Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. Nix now to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Small pass, big result. This dude is just a juggernaut with the football, and once he gets rolling, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to stop him from playing add-on with those yards.
Throwing on first down, Nix. Throwing the out route complete. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Second down now, 7 to go. They'll throw again, Nix. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tyler Nubin with the tackle. We've finished one quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're moving it well, but now face a third and short. Going for the first with Dobbins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Nix from the gun. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be second down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
Look at the quarterback's eyes. He's looking. He's trying to find a lane of some kind, but there was nowhere to go. And he was lucky to get back to the line before that defense closed in.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a third and 10. Now Nix. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
They're set up at the 35 now. Nix with it on first. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing here, Nix. This is hauled in by Ingram. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Working inside the red zone. Has it on the slant. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. From inside the 1, here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Is in. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos get the game's first points here in the 2nd. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Gray now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. He's contained at the line for no gain. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Robinson in motion right. 2nd and 10 now. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, but look at this. He gets it back.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as you can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. Here's Wilson to the air. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
He gets it away now from his own end zone. And he'll signal the fair catch. Brings this one in comfortably right at the midfield stripe. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Brought in by Vele. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. They'll run on 1st down with Dobbins. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running it again with Dobbins. And he gets this forward to the 19. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
He easily had the yardage for a 1st, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
All set up now for 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Nix to throw. Catch is made in close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Here's Nix. And he makes the catch on the right sideline, but no! Oh, they call it out of bounds. The throw led him just a little bit too much.
Gosh, I love how the receiver creates.
The challenge flag is out now. The Broncos don't think they got it right the first time. Well, we can see he made the catch. He definitely has possession, but did both of those feet hit down in the end zone?
Yeah, get that zoom button ready to go. Get the magnifying glass. Was there any green right between his feet and that end line? That's what they're going to be looking for in the replay booth.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Dobbins does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
There's no question that offensively you're disappointed when you're in these goal to go and you go backwards. But this is one of those situations, Kate, where I got to give a tremendous amount of credit to that defense. That surge, that want to, that leverage to not just stop them at the point of attack, but knock them 2 yards backwards.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. And it's the Broncos with a 3rd and 3. Nix looking to throw. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grow their lead just before halftime. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. First down, here's Russ. Finds his target, Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Wilson now. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Russ is cooking again. He's got Bellinger. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Giants will have a 1st down. Wilson to throw again. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So it'll be 2nd down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Faking the handoff, now Wilson. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Broncos get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses, clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw, and an even better job of forcing the interception.
The Broncos get the football. Not a lot of time left in the half. They still have access to a pair of timeouts and a little time left, too, so points very much still in play here before the half. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Looking slant route, complete. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Nix. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Nix now to throw. That's complete to Vele. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. It's 45 yards he'll try to connect from. Bertolet able to knock it through. And that will add to their score.
I know. Sometimes we take kickers for granted, but I'll tell you what, you can't hit that any better. Never even flirted with an upright. That was right down the middle.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. He'll throw it. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right sideline. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. We've reached the midway point of this one, and the visiting Broncos taking a lead into that locker room. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit, but first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Gray now on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Giants offense with the football. They'll get it first in this second half. And things starting to get a little out of hand for him, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. Wilson on 1st and 10. Getting out to his left. He's keeping it. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Ross off the play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. And the Broncos get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
So here comes the Bronco offense. They'll have a shorter field ahead of them now, Brock. That pick sets them up just shy of the 40. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. On target to Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner and really importantly as a check down outlet on short throws.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Now Nix. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Giants ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Second and 6 coming up here. They go right back to Tracy. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Wilson now, 1st and 10. He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it inside the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. He finds Johnson. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Russ now from the gun. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Throwing again, here's Wilson. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Tracy will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
Well, that play call, it was certainly about playing it safe and just running it from the goal-to-go situation. But I'm not sure it's possible with how well this defense is holding up.
Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Wilson. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. On the return, here's Mims. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Nix from the gun. That finds Vele complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And solid running there gets him forward to the 39-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Completed to Sutton. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Second and 3 now. Nix off the play action. He's got it at the 5. It's a Denver touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos take a 3-possession lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. A give to Tracy up the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple, and he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. He brings it in. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got it! And in, touchdown, New York! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Gano for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Broncos headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 27. And he's tackled for a short gain. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They've got a man in motion. Now Nick's on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this is going to be a short carry that just reaches the 40. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. He has the first over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap to Nix. Completed over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Second and 3 now. To throw, here's Nix. To the sideline and intercepted. No, it's incomplete. He had the pick, just couldn't hang on, though. And this drive lives on to see 3rd down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Play action with Nix. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. Now here comes the New York offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. And not much going there. Short run only reaches the 10. He gets 8. Working quickly here. Wilson now from the gun. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this third down is unsuccessful. Now here's Russ. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
Well, I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Still going inside the 35. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants make it a 4-point game here in the fourth. Spread the field and send them all deep, baby. All right, this might be a stupid question, Brock, but what makes that play call successful against an NFL secondary?
Yeah, because 4 verts is good against a college secondary, a high school secondary, a Pop Warner secondary, because it burdens and stresses that defense. And if you got people that can run and you got 4 choices to choose from, oftentimes you'll find one to hit on.
And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the fourth. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Has this at the 6. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. They've got first down from the 31. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Short yardage situation here, it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Sending a receiver left. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. On now comes their punter. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And he made sure to angle that one toward the sideline. It bounces inside the 20 and jumps out at the 13. The Giants offense all set to get started. And that last impressive touchdown drive, well, they'll have to see if they can repeat that. They're backed up again to start this one. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He's got it deep downfield. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. He'll look to throw it. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Throwing now. Neighbors with a catch. And he goes out a little short of the 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Giants will have a first down. Setting up to pass. Finds his target, Robinson. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. First and 10 now from the 30. Here he is to throw. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Russ is cooking again. He's got it near the 10. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And that gives them first and goal.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says two things in every production meeting. Number one, well, we got to stop the run. And number two, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
And they got there in time. He's taken down. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for second and goal. Trying an option play, headed left. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup. That moves him a little bit closer. Third and goal coming up.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from New York.